Je t'adore, Jay-Z.
So I love you. I love all y'all. For real.
I love girls. I do adore.
Big Ben, girls. Oh man, you took it serious, man. We all love girls, man, but you can't have them all. Welcome to another edition of Urban Sports Scene. I'm your host, Ray Rogers. At least that's what they call me at the bank, and I'm joined today by my partners in crime, Will T. Shorter, who I refer to as our chief political analyst and our chief financial officer, and the man who I consider the best assistant coach in the nation, Wally Akinzo. My bad, I said your whole name, but anyway, we're going to get started again. Big Ben Roethlisberger, you know, he came out with a statement yesterday, and I got that here. You know, who says rap music doesn't, influence us, man? It influences everybody. Even Big Ben, obviously. Al Sharpton would be proud. He always talks about what it does to the young black kids and the youth population itself in America. But obviously, Big Ben's listening to some stuff. Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, all these songs about girls because he has some issues controlling himself. We missing one person tonight, our other partner in crime, my man Jeff Fish Walters couldn't make it. He on injury reserve. It's all good. He got some other things he's tending to. We just hope everything's good with him. But he predicted Big Ben was going to probably get full games. So I want to get his comments. Hopefully he can hit us up on email. Our email address is changethegame6@gmail.com. Y'all got some comments, questions, concerns, whatever y'all got. Anyway, let me read y'all Big Ben's statement, man, because he has something to say. And I'm going to tell y'all what I think first, and then we're going to let the fellas chime in. The commissioner's decision to suspend me, and I quote, speaks clearly that more is expected of me. Wow, where did I learn to read that?
Good, man.
I'm accountable for the consequences of my actions. Though I have committed no crime, I regret that I have fallen short of the values instilled in me by my family. He went on to say later, I am sorry to let down my teammates and the entire Steelers fan base. I am disappointed that I have reached this point and will not put myself in this situation again. I appreciate the opportunities that I have been given in my life and will make the necessary improvements. Now, how I interpret that is, I didn't really do nothing, but at the same time, this dude had to suspend me. I mean, it's the second time in, a year that I've been accused of something. And also, he brought up his mom or whatever. You know, it is what it is. His mother, she's sitting pretty right. He's rich. He had to suck up to the Steelers because, his career could be over if the Steelers would have traded him. Anyway, with that being said, Will T., last time we talked, man, you said he should get some type of psychological evaluation, and that was part of the suspension. So go ahead. What's your thoughts, though?
Yeah, I think that's important. Clearly, Big Ben has a problem. Anytime you get accused, allegedly raped two women within a 6 month to a year period, then clearly you A, just see women as a sexual object, or B, you just have some problem where you can't where you're scared to talk to women your age and can't get enough. I don't know. Wally, what you think?
Man, basically, I just think he's just like a overpaid pervert. I don't think it's
Wow.
I don't think it's he has all the money, he has power, and he's looking at it like, all right, I can do this and I can do that. I don't see him as being a problem, just like Tiger Woods, and everybody's saying he's a sex addict. And ain't that he's a sex addict? He just horny as hell. That's about it.
Man, that's interesting you brought up Tiger, though. People ridicule Tiger because of his statement he made in front of, close family and friends in the one TV camera. And then Big Ben comes back and he makes a statement pretty much the same like Tiger, written, prepared for him, reading it verbatim. But then again, you don't hear all the criticism about him and what he's done and his action. Now, granted, I know that sleeping with 21 different women when you're married and supposedly raping two women a totally different thing, but
Well, I mean, dog, I'm sorry, but he's not on the same level as Tiger, so Tiger going to be held to another level of, scrutiny than he is. I mean, Tiger is won, 14 majors, right? And Tiger always was a good boy. I mean, even though we know Big Ben wasn't a good boy, I mean, he crashed a motorcycle.
Nah, we can't say that Tiger was a good boy because Tiger gave us a blank check. Tiger never said, "Look, I'm a good dude." Yada yada yada. Tiger was just out here. This is me, and I'm selling these products. Either y'all like me and roll with it or not.
Who's bigger, Tiger or Big Ben? My bad. I'll let you go, sir, after this.
Oh, Tiger
So
definitely.
he should be held to a different standard, probably in the media at least. Maybe that's not right, but that's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Wally. My bad.
Oh yeah, basically when it comes to Tiger, you know, when it comes to like other young phenom athletes and whatever, Tiger Woods hasn't truly gotten major attention, period, because no one really cares about golf. If you think about a high school basketball player or a high school football player, these kids are getting recruited big time, and you know they get attention like no other. Now, if you look at as a golf player, Tiger pretty much as soon as he got to the pros, even at Stanford, he didn't get any attention. When Tiger got to the pros, he getting all this attention and all this love. So it comes to a point where, you know, with Tiger, he looked at himself like he's bigger and bad, and he didn't have a chance to be like humble.
Just a quick thought to ponder before
Go
before you go, Will. Let's think about college. Big Ben, Miami of Ohio. Yeah, I know he was big man on campus, so he did this stuff in college. Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, it's pretty safe to say he got chicks drunk in
So
college.
what do we think about Tiger? You think Tiger was doing this stuff at Stanford? He doesn't appear. See, everybody shaking their heads. Go
Tiger
ahead.
was knocking down white chicks.
I agree.
in
I
college.
absolutely agree.
I don't think so. I don't think no one cared for Tiger
You
Stanford.
crazy, man. Tiger, look, people knew Tiger was going to be big. From what
Absolutely.
I understand, it was just an
Absolutely.
aura about him when he was in school. So Tiger was out in California where, you know, people are a little bit more laid back, a little bit more free, a little bit more easy. So I know Tiger cleaned up out there. Can't nobody tell me nothing different.
Well, I'm applaud Goodell for the suspension. I said 8 games, so that was good enough for me. If this dumb bastard doesn't get back within 4 games, I mean, he's really messing up for real. But the Steelers, they didn't trade him on draft day, and they haven't even been discussing, at least from all I'm reading on ESPN and everything else, as far as the best, the team that had the best draft, or even in the top 10 for that matter. Do y'all know who the Steelers drafted? Nobody even knows. Okay,
Ponzi.
so did they?
Maurice Ponce, yeah.
Ponce.
Is that who they
How could you not remember seeing Ponce with the rapper shades on and the 50 Cent G-Unit spinner chain? How could you forget that?
I remember. I just didn't remember who he went to. I'm only paying attention to
I thought-
ATL, baby. That's
I thought
my
it was I thought
squad.
the Rick Ross little chain joint.
Nah,
Well, he
that-
thought he
that's-
was in the rap video, clearly.
Well, hey, he's about to have that type of
He
bread,
about to be
dog.
hustling. That's what he about to be doing.
Speaking of the NFL draft, I guess we can talk about that. What do you think? Who do you think had the best draft? For me, I think Seattle overall had the best draft day. I mean, they didn't. I'm not talking about draft picks. I could though. Russell Okung and who was that? Earl Thomas. They got from Texas. That's a heck of a first round for anybody. But they also picked up what's cuz from the Jets, Leon Washington, right? The return specialist, and they got Lindell White, who he played for Pete Carroll at USC. So anyway, that was one of my teams that stood out for me. Go ahead, y'all.
For me, it was Tampa Bay. They pretty much took it back to like old school Tampa Bay football with just going defense first. They came out and got Gerald McCoy first. We're talking about a defensive tackle in his last year of college ball with 32 tackles, 6 sacks, and about 15 tackles for losses. So he was great. And also, he's a first-team All-American. Then we got Brian Price, who's also rated in the second round. He's rated a first-round pick at D tackle. And, him personally, he had 95 tackles and 12 sacks. I mean, in terms of his career, total tackles for losses, about 44. So, I mean, Tampa pretty much solidified their defensive front. And when they run that cover 2, what they like to run, they don't have to blitz or whatever. They can just go with their 4-man rush and get to the quarterback. And, then you add Aurelius Ben, who, with no quarterback, with Juice Williams, who we all know ain't really a quarterback, couldn't put the numbers he could have put up.
Juice got me loose.
But we do know that, Aurelius Ben, being a local product, is like a stellar wide receiver, and it's like a speed demon.
Well, I'm going to have to go a little bit against both of you guys. I actually think San Francisco had probably the best total draft
I agree with you, man. Don't get it
compared to
twisted.
anybody. I mean, how I evaluate it is I also look at the 5th round pick they used to obtain Ted Ginn Jr., and they needed a slot receiver going along with Michael Crabtree, Vernon Davis, and Frank Gore. That's definitely an upgrade. And then they used their first 2 first-round picks on the linemen. Those were 2 great additions. And then in the 2nd round, they got great value with Taylor Mays and also Navarro Bowman. Navarro Bowman being a local product from District Heights, Maryland, in Suitland High School. The dude was an all Big Ten linebacker, and Taylor Mays, he's just a freak of nature. even though he didn't put up the numbers everyone thought he did. But I'm sure Mike Singletary put him in the right place in their scheme in order to be effective.
Mike Singletary pull his pants down for him. You know, give him that good stern talking to, man. I don't